Let's review the 34 inches ultra-wide monitor from Kuri. I-check natin siya kung good ba for gaming and productivity. Kaya tara, unbox muna natin siya. Inside the box, we have display port, user's manual, screws, power adapter, base, and kung i-check mo yung likod, meron siyang 3 rubber feet, also stand na medyo mabigat and designed for cable management. At syempre, guide kung paano install which is madali lang. Bali sa standard compatible siya, kaya kung gusto mo i-mount, pwede. Balik tayo sa pag-install, insert mo lang dito, then okay na. Next yung base, insert mo lang din, then ikot mo to. Make sure lang na mahigpit para safe yung monitor. At ito na, tingnan nyo naman guys, very aesthetic at ang ganda ng pagkaka-curve niya. Tinry ko i-move yung monitor para matest yung rubber fit niya. And kita nyo naman na malabong mag-slide to. Before natin i-check yung screen, start muna tayo sa likod. As you can see, minimal design lang siya with Kuri logo and red strip. Sayang lang dahil hindi umiilaw tong red na to pero hindi naman big deal yun. On this part, gusto ko yung texture niya and feel mo na solid plastic yung ginamit. Ventilation design na din to prevent overheating. Sa ports, supported niya yung HDMI, display cable, and audio output. Take note, wala siyang built-in speaker at mas okay sana kung meron siyang available USB port. Nasa left side yung power button niya. Ito na din yung button to navigate your settings. Let's talk about design. Sa bezels, hindi siya ganun kanipis, but still good for me. Meron siyang minimal logo dito and gusto ko yung part na hindi masyadong kakaya ng space yung base. Dahil hindi mahaba to unlike ibang monitor na ang haba talaga ng ganito. And if ever na gusto mong i-adjust yung height, pwede. You can also tilt it from -5 to 20 degrees and adjust the swivel from -15 to 15 degrees. Ang downside lang dito, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-rotate sa stand pero besa mount supported naman kaya may option pa din. This monitor is 34 inches wide quad high definition with a 165Hz refresh rate, 1ms response time, and BA panel type. Yes, BA panel siya so expect mo na may ghosting lalo na sa fast-paced games and backlight bleed. Though common naman na talaga kumpara sa IPS panels, but on the other side, it has good color vibrancy and dahil nga mataas yung contrast ratio, it can display deeper blacks which enhance the overall visual experience. Sa settings ng monitor, we have game mode kung saan pwede mo i-turn on yung placing premium, adjust the dark field bright effect, response time if gusto mo ng normal, fast or faster. Pwede mo din i-turn on yung motion picture response time to reduce motion blur. And of course, crosser and timer function. You can also adjust the brightness and contrast ratio and enable or disable the dynamic contrast ratio. Sa display, pwede mong iset yung aspect ratio sa auto, 21:9 and 4:3. You can also set the HDR to auto or off and adjust the sharpness and gamma. Sa color, you have 4 options which are standard, warm, cool, and user, allowing you to set your own preferences. Sa inputs, dito mo makikita yung naka-insert na HDMI or display port. And yes, pwedeng 2 cables yung naka-insert. Sobrang solid ng scenario mode nito dahil may 9 choices na standard, FPS, RPG, RCG, movie, iSaver, ebook mode, DCI-P3, and sRGB. About naman sa settings, nandito yung language, shortcut key, volume, PIP or PBP, information, and reset. When it comes to gaming, masasabi ko na decent naman yung color output niya at nakaka-enjoy kapag 1000R curve yung viewing angle mo. Though slower yung response rate niya and visible talaga yung ghosting sa fast-paced games, still, good pa din for me dahil hindi naman noticeable sa ibang games. So different scenario talaga. Katulad na lang nito, kitang-kita mo yung ghosting but sa ibang games hindi mo siya masyadong mapapansin. And again, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, common na to sa BA panel. To share my experience, tinry ko na dito yung mga games na madalas ko laruin, katulad ng GTA 5. Sa larong to, hindi ko masyadong napansin yung ghosting. Sa Tom Clancy, yes, may ghosting and mabagal yung response rate niya, but still decent performance. Itong Assassin's Creed, sobrang na-enjoy ko sa monitor na to. Sa Verdun, mapapansin mo talaga yung ghosting dahil nga fast-paced game to. Pero para sa akin, good lang siya. And iba talaga kapag na-experience mo yung 1000R curve monitor. I mean, first time ko lang makapaglaro sa gantong type of monitor, kaya na-enjoy ko talaga. Add ko na din para sa mga magtatanong kung good ba for consoles. So si console, hindi supported yung ultra-wide monitor. Magwo-work naman, yun nga lang, may stretch out yung picture. And if ever na isiset mo sa 16:9, magkakaroon siya ng black sa gilid. So depende na yun sa'yo. For productivity, this monitor is a good choice. You can use for web browsing dahil sharp naman yung text na makikita mo sa monitor. Pwede din siya for photo and video editing. Perfect for graphic design? I mean, sa laki ng screen nito, talagang sakto siya para sa mga tabs na kailangan mong i-open. This monitor is good for casual gamers and also suitable for hardcore gamers. Pero syempre dahil BA panel to, noticeable talaga yung ghosting. Kung more on HDR mo naman siya gagamitin, hindi siya ideal. Yes, may HDR siya but it takes time to calibrate properly. On the other hand, if you prioritize aesthetics and vibrant colors, sobrang okay to. About naman sa backlight bleed nito, common issue na siya sa BA panels. But pwede mo naman siyang improve by adjusting the settings. Para sa mga console gamers na interested, keep in mind that console does not support 21:9 ratio. For content creators na more on color accuracy and gagamitin for color correct and color grading, siguro hindi ito yung the best for that, but still decent naman siya. At sa mga hindi pa nakaka-experience ng 1000R curve monitor, this might be the best for you. And lastly, sobrang okay to for productivity dahil nga sobrang wide ng screen niya na pwedeng 3 to 4 tabs yung naka-open. Less hassle din kung nag-edit ka dahil hindi mo na kailangan ni Alt-Tab lalo na kung may sinusundan kang design. Overall, this monitor is a good choice. Considering the price para sa specs niya, talagang hindi ka talo. So if interested ka, check na lang yung link sa description. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Sobrang laking tulong po niyan to grow this channel. Thank you! Peace!